Hey everybody, welcome back to the episode of Outlawed Motors. I'm finally back and excited to share a bunch of exciting news with you. I finally have my engine back. For those of you who don't know, I haven't seen this thing for a whole year. That's not actually entirely true. I've been at the engine builder's shop and getting parts and driving them back and forth, but I haven't had this engine with this car since March of last year. It is now July of 2017, so it's been a while. Last year in March, when I did pull out the engine, I thought there was something catastrophically wrong. Turns out it wasn't that bad. I have an episode coming out about it. It was actually some of the plaguing issues that most Minis have that I didn't realize and my mechanic didn't catch at the time, and now I know about. And I'll get into how to deal with those in future episodes. In that time, I've learned, one, why not everybody does an engine rebuild. Two, it might not be the best idea to do an engine rebuild on your daily driver. Three, how expensive it is. Maybe that's the first. Now, I have kept a lot of what's going on with the Mini in the dark, and that hasn't been fully intentional. I guess I've just been so caught up with a bunch of other things that I really didn't realize that I haven't told you guys what I'm doing with this thing. Pretty much everything. So there's a lot to talk about. There's going to be a lot of episodes, but we're going to start with the fundamentals, the engine internals. There was a few main goals that I was trying to accomplish with this engine build, and given it's a turbo car, one of the main priorities was making it stronger so that it could handle more boost. Now, the first step to doing that is adding forged pistons and rods. Well, the more boost, the more force, so you want to make them more durable so that they're not going to blow up on you or bend or do all different kinds of surprising things. Pretty much everything that could be done was done to the internals, except for cams. The purpose of the upgraded cams is to increase the lift of the valves, which means more air is flowing in the same amount of time because they go out further, more air gets to flow out before it closes back up. One of the things I didn't want to overlook when I was strengthening the engine was in the head, and that required titanium retainers and the honeycomb springs from Supertech. The guys were amazing. They sent me upgraded valves, springs, retainers, which are far stronger than stock, which means that they can handle more pressure, and especially since I upgraded the cams from the 10mm OEM BMW cams to Schrick 10.7mm cams, I definitely wanted to make sure that I was covered with that. One of the other major considerations when it came to this build was making it breathe better. Now, that required porting out the head, which the guys at Competition did a fantastic job, making the intake and exhaust valves way larger, matching them with the upgraded exhaust manifold. Now, one of the last things I didn't want to ignore, because engines get hot and they're fiery and essentially they're just a bunch of controlled explosions, was heat management. And so the guys at Competition recommended that I ceramic coat the pistons as well as the top of the chamber of the cylinder head. To my understanding, the benefit to ceramic coating your pistons as well as your valves is that it creates a better detonation or a more reliable detonation because it's more distributed and you don't get hot spots, meaning that it's healthier for the engine, it reduces the temperatures, and everybody is happy because this thing can breathe better. I'm not crying because I've added too much boost. So things, as you can see, got a little slippery, but I'm so excited to see how this thing performs because there's not much else you can really do to this. You can start to see how this can get ludicrously expensive if you're not careful, and that's why you kind of have to have a plan when you're getting into an engine build, which I totally didn't. Actually, I did. I just had too much time to think about it. Beyond not having any of the tools to properly machine an engine, even if I brought it back fully machined, I had no comfort level of putting an engine together myself, especially since I want to do a bunch of crazy stuff to it, and I want it to be reliable, especially since it's my daily driver. The guys at Competition Automotive have been doing it for 40 years. And that experience is priceless when it comes to avoiding mistakes that I could completely overlook. One of the things, as you can see, the engine is pretty much ready to go in. And one of the nerve-wracking things is, as I'm bolting things together, things are pretty straightforward. It looks right, but I could be overlooking something, and at least when it's on the outside of the engine, I can unbolt it. Yeah, it might take a day or two to fix it. This is turning into a disaster. But it's not so much of a hassle to take apart the engine and redo it. And you know, if something catastrophic in the engine could mean that it has to be remachined and a whole bunch of other stuff, not something I want to go into. So I'm so grateful, and I'm super lucky that the guys at Competition Automotive were the guys to actually rebuild my engine. It should be mental. I'm going to shut up now and let you guys enjoy the beautiful craftsmanship of the guys at Competition putting my engine together, because it's far better watching than me talking. I hope you guys are as amped as I am to see this mini series unfold, and I'm sure my E9ers out there are even more eager so that they can start seeing me work on the car. Just a little side note, I know some of you are agitated about seeing this Mini on the channel. Just remember guys, I'm doing this for the love of my own, and you can watch the E9 stuff, you can watch the Mini stuff. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. So hopefully you guys find this entertaining. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Till next week, have a good one.